I have a question, Lewis, if I may, Charles, if I may. I'm wondering, when it comes to use probably the most publicly exposed incidents, this business of police brutality, I am wondering if this has more to do with a psychological defect that is not being observed or acted upon when it is observed in law enforcement communities. In other words, should law enforcement agencies perform psych evals on all recruits to find out, do these people have that mental tendency? And I'll yield.
May I?
If I may. I would say, and one moment, Nancy, and I'll yield the floor to you. I would say most definitely. I think in this the movement that I think that the worst language is possible has been used when they refer to defunding the police. I really feel that it is repurposing the police instead of defunding the police, or even redirecting those funds into other areas, one being those of mental health and mental health agencies. But yes, not only at the time of hire, but every 6 months, because one's mental stage changes, it evolves based upon what they have been exposed to. And no different than one being at war and seeing the horrors of, ground combat war. So I think that, we've got several ideas in terms of even establishing a statewide civilian review board with subpoena power, mandatory statewide participation in a do not hire database, so they just can't get fired or leave one police force and get hired at the neighboring police force or county, sheriff's department. Some type of codification of an objective use of force standard. There are a number of things that I believe need to be implemented, and the psychological evaluation is first, because the tendency to do certain things may even cause certain people to gravitate to those areas where they're able to exploit that, and it ultimately ends up in police brutality. That's what we're discussing. But the fact that policing was born out of, a Fugitive Slave Act, that type of thing, I think we still have to hit at the root of it. I yield. Any response? Go ahead,
Nancy. May I? When I started having my problems with cops and tickets and blah, 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 I was at Eastern Michigan University, and I read a report that one of the professors at ADMU had written about police not knowing what their oath of office even said or understood it. When I talked to him, he told me that he had a series of questions that he asked the police, but it was covering more than one type of issue. He said that he noticed that 90-some% of the ones that he interviewed had a specific type of personality that he called like passive-aggressive. So they appear to be passive, but they trigger into aggression very quickly. He said it looked like the police department hired them for that reason, because they are very suggestible. You can project how you want them to react to something through their training. And he said they were the most dangerous people on the face of the earth because they think they're doing what they're supposed to do.
If I may.
Yes, you got the floor, Paul.
Charles.
Thank you. To that young lady, I would suggest that she also look at the condition known as narcissism. Narcissistic individuals can and often do project themselves, project their public image as being a really great guy, easy to get along with, everything's hunky-dory, until someone challenges what they perceive as their authority. And when that's done, there's an instant triggering of an aggressive mentality. I'm just making a suggestion of something else you can study there. I yield.